Today I wanted to talk a little bit about body composition testing. This is something we chat about all the time at Reform Fitness, improving your body composition. We're more focused on improving lean skeletal muscle than we are necessarily losing fat. So, if your scale says 200 pounds, what does that actually mean? Are you 200 pounds of lean, mean muscle, or are you 200 pounds of dad bod potential? Well, let's break down the most common body composition testing formats so you don't waste your money chasing the wrong data. So we'll start with the gold standard, which is called DEXA. It sounds fancy, right? Well, that's because it is. It scans your entire body and tells you exactly how much fat, lean mass, and even bone density you've got. Some of the pros, it's super accurate. It breaks it down by region, arms, legs, trunk, and it's really good for tracking changes over time. Some of you who are current clients may have had us recommend you to a place that does DEXA composition testing. Some of the cons, though, is it's pretty expensive. It's not always available in certain areas, and you lie like a corpse while a machine hovers over you for about 10 minutes. So the next one we'll talk about is InBody. Now you've probably seen this one at different mainstream gyms. It's kind of the stand on this plate and grab the handles machine. It uses what's called bioelectrical impedance, which is essentially just a low-level current that runs through your body and uses an algorithm to guess what's fat and what's not. So the pros are it's quick, it's non-invasive, it's super affordable, so it's available at a lot of different places, and it's accessible at many different gyms across the spectrum. Some of the cons are it's wildly sensitive to hydration, food intake, and caffeine. If you ate a salty breakfast, you're suddenly 3% fatter, right? So it's not ideal for being super precise, but it's very useful if the conditions are very well controlled. The next one is something called Bod Pod. You don't see these all the time, but they're usually available at universities. Maybe some facilities will have them. It's basically a giant egg shaped device that you sit in, and it measures air displacement to calculate your body volume and density. It then types that into a different algorithm and comes up with your body fat percentage and your lean tissue. So the pros are it's fairly accurate, it's fairly fast. The whole thing takes about 5 minutes and it's fun if you've ever wanted to feel like a baked potato. The cons are it's very sensitive to clothing and even things like body hair. So it's not as detailed as a DEXA, and if you get claustrophobic, this probably isn't the tool for you. The one that I've recently recommended to a lot of my clients is something called the Hume Body Pod. You could call it the new kid on the block. There's a bunch of different versions of these home bioelectrical impedance devices, but it's really marketed as high tech and sleek. It's essentially a more affordable InBody that makes it available to the masses. It uses the same type of technology, sends that small electrical impulse through you. So the pros are it's easy, it's quick, it's really affordable, it's in your house, it's got an awesome app that gives you lots of details on your body metrics, but the cons are it's still new, the accuracy can vary. I have found that mine in particular is very close to my DEXA results, and it has all the same limitations as InBody, right? You have to control for your hydration, meal timing, and all those other things is especially important. So, which one should you use if you really want to track your body composition? Well, here's the truth is that no method is perfect. DEXA is probably your best bet if accuracy matters most, but InBody is really great if you're consistent with your testing protocol. The Bod Pod's a solid middle ground if you even have that available, and the Hume is great if you want to see fluctuations from daily measurements, but this can be a pro or a con depending on your personality. If you're going to hyper obsess about the fluctuations that you see on a day-to-day basis, it might not be the best tool for you. So if you want to actually track fat loss, the key is just to pick one and stick to it under the same conditions each time. That means the same time of day, similar hydration, no big meals right before. Consistency will always be precision when it comes to body composition tracking. So if you're the type who's obsessing whether your body fat percentage is 17.3 or 17.9, you're missing the point. The goal is always going to be progress, not perfection. Train hard, eat well, eat consistently, and use that data as a tool to keep moving forward, not to beat yourself up. We want to see what's called the biggest delta, the biggest change over time, not the little daily fluctuations that happen. So you got this. Just don't let these machines mess with your head. If you have more questions, reach out, send us an email, and we'd be happy to talk to you about all of this.